Previously on X-Men.
Outside the police ball, mutant rights protesters gathered against the rise of anti-mutant law enforcement. A peaceful protest organized by Joanna Cargill and including Heather, Tiffany, and Marty is met with tear gas and violence. News reports would later claim the protest was a riot in disguise organized by bad actors. Looking for her friend Rusty, Sally Blevins, with the help of Luna and Victor, went to a Walmart now converted into a makeshift MRD detention center, where they find Rusty and together break in to free several mutants. During the jailbreak, Luna kills a police officer. The apocalyptic mutant attack in San Pedro has sparked nationwide anti-mutant hysteria. Crime and Justice candidate William Wilder surges in the polls and promises real change if elected. Senator Robert Kelly announces the Sentinel program has been approved to combat threats just like what happened in San Pedro. While returning to his childhood home, Victor spots his sister, Katerina, older from the future, who gives him a strange, shiny circle disc with data. She says what's on that disc can change the future. And Tiffany begins having recurring dreams, a vision of a nightmare future. Heather suggests a carnival fortune teller named Destiny. Tiffany and Holly go to meet Destiny, who confirms Tiffany's dreams herald the great doom of their time. It begins with a new mayor of New York City approving widespread use of Sentinel robots among New York City streets. And sorry. The year is 1987. The leaves have turned, the seasons changed. The New York City mayoral campaign has reached a fever pitch. Will New Yorkers vote William Wilder, the candidate of justice, into power, or Wilson Fisk, kingpin of crime? The news media moves on from the tragic fall of San Pedro, and coverage increases for the Mutant Registration Act, tabled with the Senate by Robert Kelly. This sweeping legislation puts a target on every mutant. Anti-mutant violence is on the rise. Mutant rights protests are labeled radical leftist terror acts by the media. Classes continue at Xavier's School for the Gifted. Life goes on. Beneath the school and the dormitories, within the hidden X-Men compound, Forge and Victor review the unlocked future secrets of Victor's sister from the future. A message in the bottle sent back through time to prevent a terrible future. Victor, why don't you introduce yourself?
Victor Savoya is a kind of a himbo. He's definitely spent more time on his physical appearance than any schooling. He has kind of bright blue hair that's standing up in spikes like little flames. He avoids sleeves when at all possible. He grew up on the coast of LA, so he spent a lot of time on the beaches, surfing, soaking in the sun. So he really kind of embodies that lifestyle. He typically always wears a scowl. He's not really one to trust easily or open up to people. And right now he's intently focused on the terrifying information that his sister allegedly brought him.
Forge leans over and pours over the printouts that he's had made of the plans, the satellite images from what appears to be some sort of um, structure that's being built in the Grand Canyon of all places. Hidden out from the people's eye, though, there's a large looming figure that vaguely resembles a robot that you once fought in Yorktown Heights. It sits in a throne, enormous, master mold. Over and over, the word master mold comes up in that CD, that compact disc, a strange device from the future. I am not really sure what to do with all of this information. Clearly, your sister meant for us to visit this or have this information, but whether she wanted us to report this or strike at it or what, I'm unclear. What do you think, son?
I don't know. This is a lot to take in. Do you think we even can take this thing out?
Well, the X-Men are away right now. They'd be the clear choices to visit and handle this. But with them away, I think that is left to us. It's not a decision that I alone can make. I have my reservations, though. But maybe we should gather the others. Do you know where your friends are?
Uh, I mean, Luna's probably in class.
And
Alex probably teleporting somewhere. I don't know.
well, we'll see about gathering who we can.
Yeah.
And a little while later, after some searching and some finding, in the parlor upstairs, in more comfortable situation, with closed door, sit those that could be found at the time. Victor is there. Aforementioned Luna pulled from class, probably reluctantly, as she tends to be quite studious and does everybody's homework apparently. Holly Wilder as well, and Tiffany Taylor. Let's start with Luna. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Luna is a small 14-year-old girl, blonde hair, thick, round glasses, timid and sort of reserved at the first glance. She's usually reading something or doing homework. Just a nerdy looking girl. Although her looks are a little deceiving, she is used to action, having been raised to mutant parents. She is not a stranger to emergencies and such.
And Holly, why don't you introduce yourself?
So, sitting comfortably on one of the lounge chairs, probably looking very prim and proper. Everything's pressed. Holly, about the age of late 17, early 18, probably filing her nails. Very prim and proper, rich girl. Her father is running for mayor. Um, although she is probably keeping her head down these days, given all the politics. But she's not afraid of being bold, so she just kind of sits there and says, "Hey, what are we all doing here?"
And lastly, we have Tiffany in the room. Tiffany, why don't you introduce yourself?
A couple of months ago, getting an athletic scholarship was probably Tiffany's biggest problem, and that problem was solved with more problems. Tiffany is also about 17. She has light blonde hair, or sorry, light brown hair. She usually keeps her tied back out of her face. It's pretty long. She's not very tall. She was into gymnastics before all of this. And she probably looks just a little bit not super well rested. She's been getting sleep, but it has been a little fraught. She's sitting in a chair with one knee pulled up to her chest, and just looks over at Victor to see what he has to say to Holly.
We're here to talk about some information my sister brought back from the future.
Had you really shared that your sister from the future had delivered something, and how was it received by the others?
That's
I
impossible.
think this is the first time, because everything's kind of happened so fast. And I know it seems impossible, Luna. I don't know how to explain it, but when we went back to San Pedro to do that rescue operation, she was there, and she was older, and she knew me, and she left this silver disc. I think Mr. Mustache calls it a CD.
Yes.
Oh my.
Go ahead.
Victor, I have a really important question.
Okay.
What was she wearing? Because, you know, it's really important to be ahead of the trends these days.
Well, she was wearing. I mean, it looked kind of run down. Honestly, she didn't look like she was having a great time. Uh, but she had. I guess maybe. I don't know if you can inherit something from your sibling, but some of her hair was blue, some of it was pink.
Oh, that's interesting. Probably makes notes of potential future trends of grunge and blue pink hair.
Didn't we? This is an out of care question. We also saw her in San Pedro.
Yeah.
You did. You didn't know who she was at the time, but yes, you did.
No, but we saw the same girl.
You totally did.
And she told Tiffany sort of pipes up and says, she told me she was our friend from the future. That is what she said when we ran into her. I guess we just didn't really know what that meant.
Well, it's good to know she's making friends. So then you believe what I'm saying.
Tiffany actually sort of glances over at Holly. I'm going to assume we haven't told them yet what we found out recently. So she just shrugs and she says, I mean, Holly and I went to that carnival, and those dreams I've been having are apparently also of the future, so I guess anything's possible at this point.
Forge speaks
Those
up.
Holly
dreams-
looks at me and then sort of looks down, kind of trying to avoid eye contact.
Tiffany won't make it weird. She'll look back at Victor.
Those dreams didn't seem nice.
No, they're awful, actually.
Okay, well, the information she gave me was about a Sentinel printing factory inside a bigger Sentinel in the Grand Canyon. We've got schematics, we've got what the different facilities in the area do, what we need to do to take it out. I don't know if she wants us to strike at it, or I don't know if we can leak this to the press. I don't know what we can do with this, but you're all smarter than I am.
Forge speaks up after a moment. I understand that you might want to go straight for this master mold, and I will go with you if that's the case. But I'm not sure how we could strike master mold without it causing a global war against mutants. It's a very aggressive action. I think this is a time when we need to make sure that what we do reflects upon all mutants. And just remember that. Whatever one mutant does, the media will use that to make it seem that all mutants are that way.
Can we see what she brought you?
Forge rolls out a series of heavy vinyl mats that he's printed the schematics on so you can see in great detail. Let's see if I have that. I do. So I will bring you over here. So there's a supporting facility and structure, and this appears to be some sort of I want to say it's a reactor. It must be. Sitting on top of this mountain is the actual the master mold itself. It appears to be a absolutely enormous version of one of those same robots that you fought earlier and saw in a, was it a freight car? The MRD headquarters?
It was, yeah, a freight car from a train. That one was on fire, though.
This is a highly militarized facility. We really have no way of confirming that this is even here or if it's at that extent. It's difficult to say exactly, but we could do reconnaissance to investigate. If you wanted, we could have that done while you were doing something else, or unless you yourselves wanted to perform that reconnaissance. But I must stress the importance of keeping your noses clean on this. An outright attack by mutants on a government facility would be catastrophic.
I mean, I guess it would be nice to know if this is what it looks like now, or if this is what it looks like. I don't know how far back your sister is coming.
She didn't tell me that.
If only we had had more time with her.
Maybe she'll be back.
Impossible to say. What you spoke of the dreams that you had confirmed as visions. What did you learn, Tiffany?
Tiffany is going to shoot another look at Holly, and I think is looking like visibly awkward. And is going to say, well, we learned that the mayoral campaign, the outcome of the mayoral campaign was going to be a big part of it. So, if the wrong person gets elected and lets them unleash sentinels all over New York, that's sort of a tipping point.
Now bring me up to speed, Forge says. Holly, that's your relative, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, it's Tiffany's vision. My dad is definitely running for mayor. Yeah, I don't I don't know what to think right now. but I totally don't think he's the kind of person to do that. But I mean, yeah.
Then Tiffany, like in a
Mm.
tone like she said this before, is like, he is the one who wants to put mutants on list.
Maybe we egg his house some more.
You egged his house?
I didn't egg his house.
He was an asshole to Holly.
So, are you estranged from your father right now, Holly?
No, I've actually been helping him with his campaign.
You've been helping with the campaign to curtail the rights of mutants?
No, I've just been helping him win the mayoral race because at the end of the day, let's think about it. If he's my dad, maybe he'll listen to reason from me, and we won't be able to convince other people, right?
I think that's a strong case for you speaking with your father immediately. Now, knowing what we know, do you think he'd be receptive to you sharing that? How do you share that information and have him believe you? Does he know that you're a
I mean, I
mutant?
can ask him. He has been made aware of the situation. I think he may be in a bit of denial. Um, but we could ask him. He wouldn't lie to me. Maybe we can ask him about this thing in the Grand Canyon. Maybe he knows and we'll share something. Or maybe there's something in his office. Like I don't know. Or maybe he doesn't even know about this.
Maybe he doesn't know about what? About the future?
No, well, maybe he just doesn't know that there's this thing potentially going to be in the works in the Grand Canyon. Maybe he's completely unaware. Maybe it's someone else. Maybe it's Fisk.
Maybe wait, what? Maybe it's who? Fisk? The
Wilson Fisk. Yeah,
you you think your father's opponent is responsible for Master Mold?
maybe.
Didn't
I don't
he
know.
send
Maybe.
Maya here?
Well, my father sent me here.
Did he?
Kind of. He's okay with me being here.
I think, I think it's, I think it's possible, Holly, that your dad doesn't know about this, but all it takes is like somebody taking money from the wrong person, or maybe being misled when they're in a position to let something bad happen. Like, do you know what I'm saying? I don't know your dad. I've never met him. I'm not trying to say anything about him, but one of these two people wants to put mutants on lists, and one of them doesn't.
Yeah, and I think you're right. And Polly totally grasps at this idea that her father's going to be ignorant of it and
A,
just
a helpful
kind
idiot.
of, yeah, basically. And she looks at Tiffany in this like grateful look for maybe, yeah, maybe he doesn't, he doesn't know, or he's going to just be taken advantage of.
So are you saying we should talk to him?
I don't think it could hurt, to be honest.
We don't want to give him this.
No, we won't give him anything. We'll just ask him about plans and the Sentinels and see what he says.
Luna, do you have any feelings about this?
I'm curious about what's on the discs.
Well, if you'd like, Perhaps some of you can investigate the facility of the Grand Canyon, while others speak to Holly's father.
Yeah.
I'm not much of a talker. I vote for Grant Canyon.
I'll go with you, Holly.
I'll
Sounds
stick
good.
with you, Luna.
I'm sure we can find some others to join you as well. Once he begins to roll them up, because commotion is heard, and the handle to the parlor begins to shake, and then shake faster and faster and faster until it falls off and the door swings open. Standing there is our Heather Tucker and Maya Lopez, who are both surprised to see a group of people. Heather pipes up, "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't think that this room was going to be occupied." She seems to have a bunch of placards and spray paint supplies with her, slung under her arm, and Maya is holding a whole bucket full of something. Looks like maybe more spray cans of paint. She waves enthusiastically to all of you.
Another protest?
Yeah. You want in? Joanna's been reading this book by Magneto, and she thinks that we need to do something that can't be ignored, that really makes a statement. So we're going to protest at the election, and we want to get ready for that. We're going to go right to City Hall and protest every day leading up to it. We got like tents and everything. I think it's, they might gas us again. Do you all want in? Maya quietly laughs and signs, "Don't all raise your hands at once."
No, I like it. I'm just, you saw what they did about the last protest, trying to blame us for the police starting stuff.
Heather was there. We were both there with Marty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what are we supposed to do? We can't do nothing, right? We have to keep trying.
Just be careful, okay?
Yeah, of course. But Tiff, what are you gonna do? You're not in this?
We have something else to take care of that's hopefully going to help. Kind of like a diversity of tactics thing.
All
Divide
right.
and conquer.
All right. Well, I guess let me know if you need help. We'll be there in a heartbeat. And then they leave to find another room to work on their supplies. The parlor is a wonderful place that, like community in the study group, always seems to be booked by you people.
Well, we're just leaving. They can have it in a minute.
What do you mean by you people?
The cool kids.
Forge bundles everything up and says, I have to go. I want to check on Shane. It's been a while since he checked in, and I know he's struggling with being separated.
Fine. He's fine.
Yeah, I know how you feel about it, Victor. And then he hurries off to investigate and check up on Shane. Leaving you in the parlor with your minds made up, it seems. So some of you are going to do some reconnaissance.
Somehow the Grand Canyon.
Somehow get to the Grand Canyon. Can you explain to me how you're going to do that?
Well, Scott has been teaching Victor how to fly the Blackbird.
Has he now? Okay.
I don't know if they've taken it.
Well, let's say that they haven't, because otherwise this is going to be a really weird session. So, beneath the basketball ball court, inexplicably lies the hangar in the X-Men compound, within which is a modified SR-71 Blackbird, waiting there in pristine condition, waiting for you to hop in and fly.
Is it just the two of us?
It seems like it is.
All right.
So the two of you
Victor
hop in and go ahead, continue.
Yeah, Victor's gonna head in. You might want to buckle up, Luna. I haven't taken her out at all. I've been doing the simulators, but I'm sure this is gonna be fine.
Yes, okay, yep. Luna buckles in and hangs to the seat really tightly, and yep.
All right. Victor sits down in his own seat and tries to make this thing go.
Okay, make me a logic roll.
Oh, good.
That's fucked up of you.
I think knowing how to fly an airplane is logical.
I was thinking Paladin's agility.
What? I mean, yes.
13.
Yes, piloting is agility. Okay, so
Get it
you
up there.
somehow managed to recall enough of Scott's training to turn it on, and you seem to have a decent enough grasp over the instruments that you see in front of you. Now you can make an agility roll to see how successfully you take off.
13.
Okay. So it's not the finest takeoff, but with the VTOL jets, it rises up, wobbles a little bit, comes out of the basketball court, and then you switch over. The engines flip back into regular position, lock, and you rocket away into the sky.
I wave at Tiffany and Holly as we leave.
Make a logic check to see if you know which way the Grand Canyon is.
12.
Okay, so you're making your way, and we'll switch over to Holly and Tiffany, whom... Do you have any ideas about where you'd try to find your father?
Well, I guess he'd just be at home. Do you want to go for a drive, Tiff?
Sure, just my parents still don't know. So I guess
We'll
I
just,
would like them to keep not
we'll,
knowing.
we'll just say you're a friend from, I don't know, I did cheer before, so maybe I was in a gymnastics class and you were teaching it or something, and we'll just say we know each other from there.
Okay.
Don't have to mention the school or anything, but I don't think my dad believes me or anyone I'm affiliated with is a mutant anyway. So.
I mean, why doesn't he believe you?
I guess it was because I couldn't really prove it, and because if I'm a mutant, then I'm not his perfect darling daughter.
That just sucks, Holly.
Well, I mean, I feel like I kind of get it. Why haven't you told your parents?
Probably for the same reason. I just don't want to stress them out. And I don't know, they see the news and they don't have a lot of very nice things to say about people like us, so I think it's just easier.
Yeah. I get it. All right. Do you need to grab anything before we go?
I don't think so. let's just give this a shot.
Sounds good. Probably go and grab my car, and then we're off driving into the city, suburbs.
And after a while, you arrive, because it's faster. You arrive, and your mother... do I have mother's parents right here? Laura Wilder is there to greet you. When you pull up in your Mercedes, you do notice that there are quite a few other cars here, and there seems to be a news van and a media presence here at all times. Laura comes out quickly, and you would think for a moment you'd be forgiven in thinking that she's coming up to hug you excitedly, but instead she comes up, leans in, presses her hand on your back, and begins to push you, and almost ignoring Tiffany, but perhaps she follows along as well, and says, "Please come inside quickly. There's a lot of media here, a lot of attention that we don't need right now, honey."
What happened?
"Oh, nothing. It's just, things are getting heated up. Your father's doing so well. You have done such a great job at keeping yourself together, I guess. We're going to need you to just, be decent for a little longer. All right, honey? Let's go."
I look over at Tiffany and I say, "Come on, let's go inside."
Tiffany has this look on her face like, what the fuck? She's gonna tag along behind them.
Laura Wilder, Mommy Wilder, leads you into the dining room where you previously had sat. And last time you were in this room with some of your friends similar to this, there was an egg-shaped object placed right in the center of the table. And around the table were several key members of the Mutant Response Division, including Eleanor Munch, Bolivar Trask, and Henry Peter Gyrick. And you remember the latter from your unfortunate experience at a coffee shop in Yorktown Heights, where he accused you of being a mutant. And your friend, Alex Mercer, had instead taken the heat and said he was the mutant. And for his troubles and his bravery, the first sentinel was set upon Yorktown Heights. And here you are again now, a different mood entirely. It's just the two of you as your mother leaves the room and slides the doors closed. From this vantage, you can see through the patio doors there's your father just outside by the pool. Not wearing any trunks or anything, but just happens to be there, standing and talking with a man who has broad shoulders, a large tank of a man with a jet black hairdo that is flat on the top and flared out. It's just the strangest haircut you could imagine. Almost looks like he could knock his head through walls or something. They speak, and that man turns and looks over and sees the two of you inside the dining room. Then he gives a chuckle, and your father, William Wilder, mayoral candidate, turns around and looks at you, and he has a sad smile on his face. They finish their conversation, and your father steps in through that door right here and joins you in the dining room. He pauses a moment. You can tell that he's exhausted. And then he steps over and just gives you a big hug. "Darling, I'm so glad that you're here."
Hey, Dad, what's going on?
"Oh, just a lot of, ideally mayoral business, right? There's just a lot going on, a lot of moving parts, and I apologize for not being able to speak with you as frequently. And in fact, I think this is the first time that we've spoken since your outburst before. Are you feeling better?
Holly takes a breath and sort of lets that slide for now and says, "Yeah, I'm fine. Who is that outside?
Hmm? Oh,
That man."
he's well, I'll be honest, he's exactly the kind of individual I intend to put a stop to, should I be mayor. He is a friend of my opponent's, and my opponent, in his desperation, as I am well ahead in the polls, has taken to some unfortunate threats.
What do you mean?
Well, why don't you have a seat? And Laura comes in with a silver tray. She places it down and offers. There's crackers and cookies, and there's tea steeped, and a pot of fresh coffee. And then she sits down next to her husband, and they sort of smooth out their clothes and always have to be presentable at all times. Well, my dear, if you'd please, and who is this, by the way?
This is my really good friend. We know each other from gymnastics. This is Tiffany. Tiffany, this is my mom and dad.
It's very nice to meet you. You have a beautiful house.
Oh, it's quite nice. Thank you so much. That's kind of you. I'm glad you can make it. I'm sorry that things are so busy here. Laura reaches forward and grips her husband's hand and says, "Oh, Tiffany, I think it's just it's wonderful to meet you. Then I know that there's a lot of confusion about gymnastics right now and other sports. Are you do you think you should be competing against other girls? Are you you can see she's clearly kind of trying to awkwardly find out if you're a mutant.
I don't understand the question.
And she kind of hums and haws and tries to find another way, but there's really no easy or acceptable way to ask that question. And so she just falls silent and pats William's hand and sits back and sips some tea. Right.
Tiffany just like smiles at her and says, "I've been competing against them," and then like sits down beside Holly.
Well, quite frankly, Mr. Fisk has uncovered some behavior that is concerning among some of my donors, and his associate was letting me know that he would be putting out ad campaigns to that effect.
Oh, and Holly seems like she's excited for a moment. Oh, so your donors are doing things that you don't agree with and you didn't know about?
It's darling, it's complex. I'm not responsible for everything that my donors do, but certainly from a public relations standpoint, there are just some concerns that were brought up, and I have to formulate. I'm very busy. I have to formulate a response for that. I wouldn't say that I disagree with it. I understand. It's just it's difficult. There are some unsavory aspects of taking such a strong position in the justice, but if I am to be mayor, I must rule by the will of the people, and I have to represent the constituents, and my polling numbers show that they are very much in favor of, strong approaches to dealing with and he trails off and glances at you, and then looks at Tiffany, who he doesn't know if she knows that you know that he knows that you are a mutant.
So, wait, Dad, you are for the use of, like, force against mutants?
Well, darling, it's not that simple. I would not. I wish no harm to anyone, but we're talking about people who have the power to cause incredible damage on an emotional whim, and there should be a system of registration. There should be licensing and consequences when they lose control of their feelings.
So you want me licensed, and so you want me registered.
Laura pipes up immediately and says, Holly, dear, of course, nothing like that. That's not at all what we're saying. You would never be like that. You couldn't be. You're maybe a little different, I have to accept, but surely you wouldn't be responsible for the wiping out of San Pedro. Those poor people.
I came here because I thought that I was going to learn that you were going to protect people like me. I was standing up for you, and now I believe that you are evil. I can't.
My word.
I can't.
Holly, please. I don't understand. I don't understand what you're saying.
Do you know anything about a master mold?
His face darkens.
You do.
Where did you hear that word?
You know. Are you supporting it? Are your daughters supporting it?
He reaches behind him. Laura reaches to the buffet and brings a file folder over to him. And you can see his demeanor's changed. There's a frustration and tension there that wasn't really there before. Before he was thinking you're innocent. But as he puts down the folder, opens it up, and shows you pictures of enjoying a drink in Fisk Tower with Wilson Fisk, he doesn't look at you quite the same. You're asking me if I'm evil. And look who you're supping with.
Because he wanted to help us.
Honey,
and you just want to hurt us.
Honey, I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to understand. But the catastrophic damage that any mutant who loses control of themselves can cause is beyond the pale. We can't look at.
What is the master
Look at
mold?
the decision.
What is it?
I don't know much. I just know it's. I don't know. I think it's in Alaska. It's
Alaska.
I think somewhere in the mountains. It's something. It's big. These people, you met them. You said correctly to your mother that some of them give you the creeps. They give me the creeps too. I promise you that. But it's the alternative for New York City. That man, He taps his fingers down on the pictures. That man that you are enjoying time with instead of helping with my campaign. That man has just threatened me. That man threatens our way of life and our family. And that man has a long history of criminal activity. There are so many people, families that have been broken, bodies that have been buried because of that man. Now, you might say that I'm evil, but all I want is for mutants to be safe. I want you to be safe. My daughter is a
Say it.
my daughter's a mutant. But I want, even still, for you to be safe. And I fear that in the influence of individuals like Wilson Fisk, he can use you as a weapon. And if not you, my dear, I know you're smart, then any other mutant out there could be used and manipulated and weaponized and set upon people. So isn't it logical that we would license mutants, that we would ensure that everyone knew them, in the same way that you might know if a predator lived among your neighborhood?
Mutants are predators? I can't. I can't do this anymore.
That's not what I meant.
Tiffany, I'm so sorry to bring you here to meet these bigots. I have to go.
Laura stands up. Holly, wait. What? Please. If you're going, go out the back
Holly's
door.
like, oh. Holly just stomps off and she goes out the back door.
Like a good little girl.
Yeah. She's still a good girl.
I don't think Tiffany's ever sat like so still and silent at a table in her life. Doesn't say anything to either of these people and like rushes out on Holly's heels.
I'm so sorry, Tiff. I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry. Are you okay? Those are your parents.
Those aren't my parents. I don't know who they are. But they're not my parents.
I'm sorry. Like I was hoping, I don't know. It seemed I wasn't optimistic that this wouldn't happen, but I kind of hoped it wouldn't happen. Do you know what I mean? I didn't want this for you.
Yeah, I know. I didn't want it either, but I don't know if he was lying about Alaska. Do you think it's possible there's two locations, or do you think he was lying? Because I don't even know if I can tell anymore.
He might not know where it is.
It's at the mountains. He might not know.
It feels like he believes what he's saying, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the people who are actually behind all of this are telling him everything.
Yeah. But he's still complicit. So that means he's responsible.
Well, where does he keep all of his papers and stuff? Maybe we can get our hands on some.
In his office. Do you think you could get in there?
Yeah. Is it here? Is it somewhere else?
Yeah, no, it's here. He has an office in the house.
I mean, I can
It's
get
over
in
by the corner. Yeah, it's the corner window. It's the front of the house, left corner. That's basically where his office is.
Is May back? She said she needed time.
I am back, yeah.
Yeah.
And if there's anybody who can get into someone's locked office, it's Vale.
Was the front of the house where all the media was, though? Like,
Yeah.
I don't think we want to go to the front of the house. But that's not a problem.
That's definitely a good point. The front of the house is a media circus. The back, only because of the stone, like, retaining wall or whatever, dividing wall around it, keeps it relatively private. You could I suppose, climb up the side of the house.
I have to climb, but do you want to come with me?
Oh, I guess I could. Yeah, I could do that. Just tell me what power to copy.
I just, I just, I just phase myself, you know? That's it.
Okay.
What does it feel
Just
like
trying to figure it out.
when Tiffany phases herself?
So when Tiffany phases, it feels kind of like a cold shiver for herself, and she sort of shimmers like a pink color. It is not subtle. She's certainly not invisible, but she's a little bit see-through. And it feels kind of like staticky, shivery as she's shifting from like solid to phased. I just figure you know your way around the house better than me. And we can't just go straight out the front. If there's cameras out there, we're gonna have to come back in through the back.
Okay. If you do it first, then I will try and follow.
Okay, Tiffany's gonna phase and then wait and see if Holly can figure it out.
It'll take Holly a couple tries to sort of get in the mental state to be able to do it, but then she should be able to copy power and base.
And what is it?
Okay.
What does it look and feel like when Holly phases?
It feels like a roller coaster and butterflies in her stomach all at once, and it actually makes her really dizzy and almost sick. She doesn't like the sensation at all. It feels out of place, and it feels like anxiety on a roller coaster.
It takes a little getting used to.
Wow, you do this like often? That was I can't, I don't think I can do that again.
I've had practice, I guess. It was pretty
Oh,
weird the first time.
Now you can both make me logic rolls
Right.
to find pertinent information. And as a reminder, logic, this is a non-combat check. And for instance, Tiffany, with a with a logic score of 1, would get a +1 on that check with her 616 dice. Whereas, whoops, sheet. Holly has a logic score of 2 and has a +3.
Holly rolled a 19.
All right. That's an excellent roll. How did Tiffany do?
Oh, she got a 9.
Hmm.
This isn't her house.
She indeed doesn't go here.
She doesn't go here. She doesn't go most places.
But, you know, over the years, there's been lots of times when your father's let you come in here. It was always a room of special significance. He has, you know, first edition books. Not particularly expensive necessarily, but, you know, it's about the status of it on the walls. Immaculate spines, never read. And a number of props from different historical eras. And a sword there. Looks like maybe a cutlass. No, it's a saber from the Civil War, perhaps, from the cavalry. And within that large oak desk, as you slide it open, you can find more information on a list of all the donors that he has, different members of the MRD who have reached out to him. He's been keeping good notes, so there's a lot of there's a real who's who of who's connected. There's references to a religious organization and someone named Reverend William Stryker. There's also an unofficial group who you've maybe heard from the news occasionally. They're a little bit more aggressive, the Friends of Humanity. and there's really no specifics about Master Mold.
So we'll have to stop phasing to pick anything up. Tiffany's like walking Holly through this. She like gets solid again so we can like rifle through things. But I think if we're holding anything when we go, we should be able to take it with us. Like, do you want to just take all of this? This is so many names.
Yeah, take it all. And here, 1 second. I grab a piece of paper and I write on it, you've been warned, Wilder. Now he'll probably think it's Fisk.
It's brilliant. In your own handwriting with the heart on the eyes.
Why don't you get Tiffany to write it, and then it's not your handwriting?
All right, do it.
Tiffany will write it, and we can put it in the desk where all the documents were that we took, so the next time he opens it, he just sees a mean note.
Right.
Yeah.
Not conspicuous at all.
He has to find it. How else will he know? We don't want to hide the note.
Mm-hmm.
All right, grab everything you can, and hopefully this can help.
Luckily, he's got all of this almost in a ledger book. So all of his incriminating evidence is located in a tidy one document, one book.
Incredibly organized.
That's right.
Perfect.
Is there anywhere else we should look before we go?
I don't think so. He's pretty big on separating business and home. I don't think my mother would know anything.
Okay,
If
then
there's anything, it'd be here.
let's get out of here then before he comes in looking for something.
Okay.
So as you exit the home, slip away, you notice the same individual, that man in a blue pinstripe suit with that big frame and that flat top of hair. He seems to be in a car, like a Lincoln, like a town car, off to the side, and he sees as you sneak out there. He turns his engine on and flicks a cigarette over towards you and begins to drive away very slowly. Almost too slowly.
Did your dad say he was one of Fisk's friends?
Yeah. But I don't know if Fisk is trustworthy anymore, to be honest. I don't know who to trust.
I mean, I don't know if he ever was. If that's his history, I just think I trust him more not to put us on a list. You can like trust people to do certain things without just trusting them entirely.
I don't know. He said he wasn't going to out me to my parents, but how else did my dad get those pictures?
Could he have somebody following you?
Into the apartment?
Wait,
So-
what was the angle of these photos? I
The
got the impression
photos-
they were like paparazzi photos.
They are, yeah. The photos are definitely taken from like through a super lens on another building in a different apartment. Like
Spider-Man ass.
yeah. There was like a private investigator or something, seemed like that kind of photos.
I don't
Did
know.
we go see Fisk before or after you told your parents?
Before.
Before.
It was Fisk who had helped you gain the courage to believe in yourself enough because he loves his daughter so much, even if she's a mutant. And if you recall, Holly seems to be uplifted by that, and it's a real tragedy that William Wilder wasn't as accepting a father of his daughter as Wilson Fisk is to his.
Yeah.
Maybe we should take like a roundabout way back to the mansion. I just don't like the way that guy was looking at us.
Sounds good. All right, let's get in the car before these media people take pictures of us.
elsewhere in America, the SR-71 Blackbird is screeching towards the Grand Canyon. As you approach, you look down. It's a massive hole. Famously a hole. A very large hole. And what is your plan now? You've arrived in the area.
Do we have exact coordinates or just the vague Grand Canyon?
It's not. Well, yeah, I suppose you do have exact coordinates. Make a logic roll to see if you can find those exact coordinates.
Luna, would you mind navigating for me?
The navigator.
Of course. They didn't do anything. Oh, there you go. Oh, that's not good.
That's really. Oh, that's Holly's. I see.
I see it. Oh, I'm sorry. Apologies.
Apologies. Excellent roll. So you're able to identify with certainty exactly where you're expecting it to be. And as you fly over, I'll even with that roll let you remember that the Blackbird has stealth capabilities that can make it invisible. It's already invisible
Wonder
to
Woman
radar.
playing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait, roll
Amazing.
universe.
So let's activate that.
Yep.
And
All right.
perhaps
So we want to take it down close, but not too close.
you find a clearing down on a mesa that seems like it's particularly out of view for people, unless somebody were looking through with a binoculars or a scope. Then you'd be pretty confident that they wouldn't see you. You're still several hundreds of feet above the structure below where the exact coordinates are. And the Blackbird's outfitted with a number of binoculars that you could use.
Does it have recording devices?
Recording devices. What kind of recording devices?
Either just a still camera or
Yep, camera, yep.
video.
Mm-hmm.
Luna, being the student that she is, probably brought her camera from photography class.
Sounds good. And a notebook.
And a notebook, yes. So you can set up shop there. It's the, at this point, I guess, midday. And as you're taking a look at this, let's change the scene. Where's the scene? Where's the scene? Where's the scene? You can see down at the base of the canyon, there does indeed appear to be a construction project that's underway. It doesn't look as fully developed as what you have in these details. So it's possible that they received imperfect data, and so or at least that information is when they may have started to record it in this fashion and what she was able to scrape. But it looks like it's nowhere near to the point of being a master mold. However, it does have a giant sentinel boot that is like absolutely massive, like 3 stories tall boot, purple boot that's built. And you can see the scaffolding coming up from it as they're attempting to, build this thing up from the feet to the head. and there's all kinds of construction crews around working diligently. At this point, this seems less of a military secure facility and more of just a construction site. There is a military presence here, but it's not as bad as you may have anticipated or worried that it would be based on the details. It also doesn't actually match what pictures that you like. If you unfurl those vinyl maps, it doesn't actually match. It's geographically, like the topography, this is not the same site.
Victor, this is not the same thing. The layout is mismatched.
The layout?
Perhaps that means that there are several.
Let me see. If I look at the map, are there any signs that I might be able to use to pinpoint its location? If I've kind of driven a lot over the states, would it be anything kind of stick out to me?
Anything stick out to you? Can you rephrase that?
So if Luna is saying this is not the same location, are there any indications in the topography or the environment that might indicate whereabouts in the States it is? Or even if it's in the States?
Wow. Okay. Victor, you've been around a lot of places, right? Or did you just drive from the West Coast to the East Coast?
Well, he'd been living out of his car for about 6 months, from November until May, when this whole thing started. So he wouldn't have gone directly. That would be a 7-day drive. He would have kind of been all over trying to find a place to fit in and survive.
Are you telling me that Victor maybe drove to Alaska?
Probably not. He would have stuck to the contiguous states.
Mm-hmm. But he would have been through like redwood situations and all that. Based on the amount of like trees and all that you see, you would think that this is maybe like Washington State or Northern California or.
This could be West Coast.
Luna is taking pictures hiding. Not out in the open, but taking as many pictures as
Discreetly.
Discreetly, yes.
Do you want to go in for a closer look?
I don't know what we will be able to find. I think the layout is important and the location, and plus this wood is confirmation, but what do you think we'll be able to find here?
Well, a different vantage point, different angle might, I don't know, maybe something's hiding on the lower floors?
Perhaps we can go around and see what will...
Kat's note mentioned 3 different sectors. Maybe we can see if that is the same here.
I see. Okay, sounds good. Unfortunately, okay, we can just be as quiet as we can, I suppose.
Yeah, of course.
As stealthy as we can.
Y'all sneaking in?
We're not gonna get close.
Oh.
Just kind of...
Up from afar, perhaps?
Yeah, like if I were to crawl down just to get a different angle, so we're looking straight into it as opposed to from above down, would that change the information that we might get?
Sure. Yeah, that's good actually. So you fly up into such a position And you become increasingly confident that this is not the location that matches what Kat had given you.
Mhm.
This is clearly has the pattern of it, but it looks like it's weirdly enough a second facility.
Okay.
Luna will take a lot of pictures, and then we get when we get back home, um, I'm going to draw a layout of this, perhaps the other one, and see what similarities there are from the many pictures that I'm taking.
Okay. Why don't you make me a logic check? And the difficulty would be pretty low because Luna is known for being really methodical. But let's see how perfect these later representations that Luna might create are. Wow, they're
Wow.
really, really good. It's almost like you have an eidetic memory.
Do you think we have all we can get here?
I think so. I'm a little weary getting any closer, to be honest. This is such a delicate situation. To be honest, I'm a little spooked at this message. I feel like anything we do at this point might just make it worse. I
That's the
think,
problem, right?
yeah,
There's no right call.
yeah. So we just need to get as much as information as we can without getting seen, I suppose.
Okay. Well, that's fine. We've got a lot of images. We know this isn't the right facility, but it's not as built up as Cat info told us. So hopefully the location's the same.
Yeah, it makes me wonder if there's more than 2 now.
Who knows how many there are? But we should get this information back to Mr. Mustache.
Yeah, sounds good.
What a good question. And as you... Sorry, go ahead.
Can you do me a favor, Luna, when we fly back?
Of course.
Get a few good shots of me in the cockpit.
Oh, yes, of course. Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, sounds good. I will, yeah, I will try to take best pictures. I'm a little nervous. Flying. Usually I just fly on my own, but yeah, I think I'll be okay. Yep, I will take pictures.
Okay, I want to hand it up on the wall.
Okay.
And given the speed of the Blackbird, you're able to return home, and you're back at the mansion around... where is it? It's right here. You're back at the mansion.
And
Did I not have you guys looking at this different stuff?
We were looking at the schematics.
Okay, that's fine. Good. So you all basically return together at the mansion, probably like 11:30 or midnight. And perhaps you're back in the parlor.
We
Yeah,
took a
Luna
really
makes-
long drive home, I guess, like the super long ride.
Got some milkshakes.
Yeah, Holly needed them.
Yeah, 100% stop for milkshakes.
When maybe if you came back a little early, you found that Maya and Heather were working on their placards and were about to head out. They seem to have camping gear that they were loading into a pickup truck that Maya has. they approach the two of you and ask if you wanted to come. They're doing a big sleepover and a party out in the woods, and then they're all going to head to the not to the woods, sorry, in front of City Hall, and they're going to set up tents in front of City Hall.
I think Tiffany like visibly looks like she wishes they were not doing this. It's like I mean, like I promise we're working on something to help. I just don't think that's my scene after how it went last time. But just be careful, okay? Look out for each other.
Always. And then Heather comes up and says, Tiff, are you okay? You haven't really seemed the same since you came back from the carnival.
Did Heather not come in with us when we talked to Destiny?
I don't remember, so no.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I mean, it was really helpful talking to Destiny, so thank you for, it was a really good idea, but I guess it's kind of put some things into perspective.
Like what?
I think we all need to work on the things we're working on, you know? So like just be careful. We're working on something on our side too, just to make sure, you know, things don't go too bad, no matter how the election plays out.
Yeah. Who are you gonna vote for? Or if you could. Haha. I guess none of us can vote, but I mean Fisk,
I feel
right?
I feel like they kind of both suck.
Yeah, but you know, one's the lesser of the evils, right?
I guess, you know, one of them doesn't hate us personally as much, but I don't know. I don't think it's that simple.
No, nothing ever seems to be simple now. Life's gotten so complicated.
Kind of just miss losing Tio at gymnastics meets, Heather.
Heard. Well, we can set
Tiffany's
up
gonna
gymnastics
give her
here.
a quick. Tiffany's gonna try to give her and Maya both like a quick hug before they go.
Yeah, for sure. They'll accept that. Team Action Force Gymnasts. We're going to be the best Xavier's Institute gymnasts, and we're going to beat every team that lets us play.
I think we can just make them let us play. That's exactly what they're afraid of, right? So why not just do it?
That's exactly right. We'll force them.
They can't really stop us, so...
Yeah. Well, and they can't stop us from protesting. We, Joanna has a plan this time. If they try to pull that stuff again, we got a plan. We got an ace up the sleeve.
What kind of ace up your sleeve?
I don't know all the details yet, but I think it's somebody with wind powers to, like, you know, make the tear gas go to them.
I don't hate it.
Right?
That wasn't a good time.
No, I really didn't like it. I was super reluctant to do this again, but, you know, we got to do something, and there's so many of us, and we're so cool. We all have such unique abilities, and we all come from different places. Like, you know, somebody up there must be looking out for us. We're the good guys.
I hope so.
Anyways, we're gonna head out now, and you know, standing offer, you know where we'll be. Ha ha ha.
Maybe we'll swing by and say hi.
Yeah, bring some water.
Later
I
this
think
week or something.
I
Yeah,
assume
bring you
we're gonna
some
need
snacks.
water.
Bring you some snacks and water. for
Yes,
sure.
please. Pop-Tarts.
Pop-Tarts. All right. Gotta get the sugar rush, I guess.
And then they laugh and they take off, leaving Holly and Tiffany waiting in the parlor until the others arrive. Victor and Luna walk in, and the four of you are now there, convened again.
How was your flight?
So freaking cool.
Yep.
I didn't even crash it. It was amazing.
Yes, I'm grateful for that. I took lots of pictures of you, though. I did manage.
Awesome. Let's get those developed as soon as possible.
Yep. Yep. I'll go there. Yep.
What did you? What was out there? What did you find?
Oh, a boot. A 3-story tall boot.
I took lots of pictures, and I will make a very nice drawing, a map of it.
Yeah, it wasn't the same facility as the one that Kat sent us. That one, it looks like it might be on the East Coast somewhere, the West Coast, like my home
Wait.
area.
My dad mentioned Alaska.
Oh, that could be it.
It could be one of
When I
the-
asked him about it.
This one wasn't anywhere near complete. It still looked like it was kind of in the early mid phases, maybe.
Yeah, when I asked my dad about it, like I asked about Master Mold, and he seemed shocked that I even knew the name. And when I asked him about where, he said he thinks Alaska, but he didn't seem sure.
But Alaska's a big place. How would we know where to look? Or maybe we can fly around. That
Yeah.
will take us a while.
We got a Holly's dad sucks. That was sort of the takeaway from today. But we
Yep.
did get this book full of names from his office. Like maybe we can look up some of these other people. It's really hard to tell if her dad knows very much at all. He just seems okay with it. But you know, his donors and stuff, they might know.
Is this his donor list?
There's a lot of stuff in here. Tiffany will
Awesome.
hand the book over in case they want to look, but she'll hand it to Luna because she knows who likes reading, actually, of the two of them.
Good call.
Okay. I will copy everything and then I will research the names. Also, we need to ask the professor how many planes we can borrow to fly to Alaska.
We were supposed to ask.
Horge said it was
we
okay,
could also
right?
I assumed he
we could pretend-
figured we'd take it.
we could maybe see if we could find Alex, and I could open a portal for us.
I think Luna meant the plane to fly around looking, because if we just go to one
Oh.
place in Alaska, that's only one place in Alaska.
True, and I've never been to Alaska, so I can't do that anyways. We were supposed to go on a cruise, but then it got canceled.
Okay, so after we figured this out, we're going on a road trip to Alaska.
But I thought we were gonna fly.
Yeah, we can fly, sure, but we can also drive when we've saved the world.
Oh, you mean after?
Oh, I'd like that.
Yeah. No, like a victory road trip.
I see.
A Victor. Very true.
Hero trip. Hey, Luna! Like that. But I was thinking about something, and I don't know, Tiffany, if you got the same vibe, but I just have this really bad feeling about Maya and Heather protesting.
I am.
Yeah.
I'm worried about that whole situation.
I didn't say anything, but I, I don't know. There just seems something off, and I don't know.
Do we want to follow them and make sure they're okay? I don't think we can stop that whole group from protesting. It was a lot of us last time, and it sounds like they may be getting a bigger group together this time.
Yeah,
I just don't think it's
maybe
true that they're going to be able to camp in tents in front of City Hall for days. I don't think they're going to let them do that.
Yeah.
if we check in and see what their setup is, maybe we'll feel better. I don't know.
Well, they said they were having a party first tonight, right? Like in the woods somewhere.
Yeah, in the woods by City Hall, like, I think in that park outside. Should we go and check it out?
It might make us feel a little better about it.
I think so.
Victor and Lena, do you want to come?
Of course. Did
I don't
you
know if we can do anything else about this today.
did you see Sally and Rusty went over?
I think only Heather and Luna were in that. Sorry, Heather and Maya were in that truck, but that doesn't mean other people didn't go.
Right.
No, they mentioned um they mentioned that other person,
Joanna, she was Heather's friend from
Joe.
before, who she organized the last one, the one that Marty and I were at, where we got tear gas.
Are we
Yeah,
planning
and
to
they
stay there?
I don't really want to get
might.
tear gassed again, is the thing.
So we're just checking on them.
Yeah,
Okay, then I'll come.
they mentioned that they have someone with some sort of wind power to be able to push the tear gas away if it were to come to that. But I don't know. It just seemed off. So, yeah, I think we should go. I can drive,
Drive.
unless Victor, you want to.
We could race.
We could race. That's true.
And you
You're
intend
the
to
Head
driver.
race?
I mean, the back seats in Dorothy aren't that comfortable, but a race could be fun.
I'm up for it. I've had a day. I wouldn't mind having a race.
All right, so
At least since we get to Gridlock.
you're going to have a good
That's good.
old-fashioned street race down towards New York City?
Oh boy.
All right. So, let's both of you, the drivers, make agility rolls. Let's go. Combat, baby.
19.
Hold on. Can I do another one?
Well, you're going to have to
Because
do...
okay. Well, no, because it says that I have brilliance and I add +1 to my logic. Oh no, hold on, not that one. I have a trait that when I roll again, I roll with edge.
Right.
Oh, yeah,
Quick
that is the
learner.
trait for being a student. Yeah.
Yes, quick learner.
Do it up.
I mean, we all have
Okay,
that.
okay. So forget I mentioned it. Ooh.
Oh, okay. All right, so with Dorothy and the horsepower there and Victor's comfort level driving, he takes a really commanding lead to start things off. And at this moment, you're just on country roads. But in the next phase, you'll start getting on the highway. So let's roll again.
Right, so this is the roll where we can get edge.
Yeah.
And I will use that.
Well, no, because you only get it if you failed it. The previous one, and you didn't. I did.
Did you fail? What was the difficulty?
I failed against you.
Okay, so that's a 16 with a fantastic.
Poo-poo. Hold on. I have a fantastic too,
Ooh.
Yeah.
So
and I can re-roll.
You get 1 edge, yeah.
do it. Do it.
Okay. Hold on. How do I re-roll?
In the
Where is
character sheet, you'll
the
see it
button?
on the pop-up.
Oh yeah, it says re-roll right there.
And then you choose one of the dice for your edge.
Don't
Yes.
re-roll the red one.
Ha-ha!
No.
That's okay. So you still keep the 15, I think, right? So
Yes.
with that, you were so close. You were catching up to him. He made a bad move. You just could feel it. You could sense it. You felt the wind in your hair. Everything was going so well, and you pulled up bumper to bumper with him, and then you just had to zig, or you overcorrected, and you began to lose a little bit more. You're not as far behind as you were before, but the gap is still present, and now you enter into a busy stretch of highway as you begin to enter into New York City and meet that gridlock. One more roll.
Alright, question for you. Can I give myself trouble on this?
To what end?
He doesn't have to prove anything. He's gonna let her win.
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. You can do that.
I'm gonna
Can I make
re-roll
that-
again.
10 for me.
Okay. So with that, it it's really narrow, but as you begin to have to slow down and you're weaving in and out of other cars and really trying to figure things out and safely continue your race, you know inevitably the police are going to come, and that you're going to have to slow down. Victor, you begin to think, hey, I'll let her win. It's not such a big deal. And you just sort of stop making ideal lane changes. And it doesn't take much before suddenly an opening is revealed. Holly seizes on it, slides in, and takes off, winning. By the time you get to anywhere near City Hall, you can see crowds are forming, and you're able to park your cars, hop out, and begin to join the crowd.
Some good driving, Walter.
Oh my god, I so needed that. And she gives you a little bit of a side eye. She knows how good of a driver you are. You let me win, didn't you?
You want me to answer that?
No, you know what? I'm just gonna take it as it is for now. But thanks. My question is, Luna and Tiffany, whose cars were you in?
I don't know. I guess I assume we would split the same way we just split, unless Luna would have wanted to go with Holly instead.
Luna doesn't want to be rude, so she went in with the Victor, although holding on to the seat.
He knows how he drives.
White knuckling it.
Yeah,
The holy shit handle.
yeah.
I don't think Tiffany looked nervous at all because she can just not hit things. So
You could phase the whole car
I-
through other
I
cars.
could face the whole car. This isn't a problem.
Yeah.
Probably did at some point. As I was about to barrel into a car.
And as you come out
What
and
was
you,
that? Nothing.
you see a bunch of tents that have been set up, it looks like, reluctantly, the NYPD has set up those what are they called? Those metal barriers at concerts and all that, or protests. I can't. The word escapes me right now, but
We can just call them barriers.
barriers. So they've set up barriers around City Hall, forcing them into the park that's right across from it, and they've taken up shop there in a bit of an Occupy Wall Street fashion for the time, 1987. There's a number of bonfires that have been created. There's people pulling out guitars and just peacefully protesting and being together for a common purpose. It actually doesn't take very long before Sally and Rusty come over and wave hi to everybody. Rusty goes in and gives a handshake to Victor, and Sally grabs Luna into a hug. Hey, you made it. I'm so glad you came.
Has there been any trouble yet?
Like, their bark is worse than their bite. We've got the media here, and we're not giving them any reason to do this. If they end up doing it, it's on them, like the Chicago 7. Like, as it is right now, we're just having a nice time peacefully.
Okay. You saw how the media spun it last time.
Yeah, we don't want to give them that chance. But if things do go south, I feel much better with you two around. Luna, you were quite the crack shot before. That's Rusty saying that.
Yeah, I was before I went flying. But I'm here now.
Well, we're glad for it. We're just going to be setting up here. I mean, the real protests aren't really happening until tomorrow, but for now, why don't you come by? We've got some soda, and you can hang out. Are you hungry? We got a little food here. Mostly just s'mores and hot dogs. It's like camping.
Yeah, I'll hang out. So what are you planning to do tomorrow?
Just be loud. Be here, be loud every day.
So what do you think? You think they're gonna listen?
I don't think they're gonna listen. But Joanna says she's got a plan if they don't.
Okay, well, stay safe, because that they will turn things on you. They always turn things on you.
They always do.
They always twist things. If you push it a little bit or at all, they will name you the aggressor. They will always twist things. But I admire your principles, and I get it.
Behind you, a shadow spreads, I guess, in the street light. And you turn around to see a very tall, I think his name's Mark. He has 4 arms, and he pats 2 of the arms on one of each of Victor and Luna's backs. Hey, it's so good to see you. I never got a chance to really thank you for getting me out of that MRD facility.
No problem. We couldn't leave you there.
I'm really glad you didn't leave me there.
Have you had any more issues?
Well, I don't fit in really easily, so it's definitely it's not been an easy experience.
Why don't you come by the school? Everyone fits in there.
I don't know. I'm a little bit older than the kids.
So we need a gym teacher.
A gym teacher?
Why not?
I guess so. I don't know. Do you think really I could fit in there?
I mean, Leech is there. He's doing well.
Where'd those ones go? I don't know where they disappeared to. There they is. Well, I I don't know if you're planning on staying the evening, but we might as well come by. I think some people even brought some beers.
Luna will be walking the perimeter, just walking around. Just keeping an eye out.
I think Tiffany's just trying to like get the lay of the land and see if she sees anyone she knows. I know Heather and Maya are here somewhere, but
Holly's still processing, so she's probably just going to find somewhere to sit down, sort of close enough to people that it doesn't look like she's sitting off on her own, but far enough away where she doesn't have to interact with people. Just kind of watching and still thinking about everything that went down in her parents' house.
And so, Holly, as you're kind of like contemplating this, you see, about like 50 yards away, Maya is leaned up against a tree. And it looks like she's communicating in ASL with somebody. It's the same man that you saw earlier. He's towering over Maya, who's not short, but this is a big guy, very broad. And he doesn't seem to acknowledge you or see that you're there. He's communicating with Maya in ASL, though he's laughing and nodding, and they seem to be having casual conversation. Very different than the sort of clandestine behavior that you had seen previously, that shady dealing with your father, slowly driving away. When that conversation finishes, it's because he looks up and happens to lock eyes with you and then signs something, and Maya turns and looks over at you and gives a sad smile and a little wave, and then begins to make her way over.
So I ask my eyes. Oh, I wave. I say hello. And I feel like up until now I probably picked up a few signs, so I can basically sign who is that.
Okay. Let's see how good your ability to pick up sign language has been. Make a logic roll.
Do you see that? Or did I not roll in the right place? I rolled a 14. But I rolled it on Debbie plate instead of my sheet. Do you want me to roll it on the sheet?
That's okay. That's okay. I take your word. So you rolled a 14. All right. So she kind of like tilts her head to the side and her brow raises, being genuinely surprised and pleased. And she signs back pretty quickly. You don't necessarily get the whole gist of it. You understand very basic things. You have definitely not picked up ASL with that roll, but you at least get the sense that she sort of understands what you're saying. She signs back, and you don't understand. And then she just sort of like taps her heart and then puts her hand on her shoulder to convey sympathy. Like, she seems to have been informed by that strange person that maybe you had a difficult conversation with your father earlier.
Yeah, no, it's okay, but is that man dangerous?
She looks back at him and then turns back to you, and she shrugs and nods. Um, she raises her arms in like a bicep curl, um, and then kind of like taps at herself, and then does a circle tap, or basically signs family. He's
Oh, okay.
like he's muscle for the family.
Yeah. How does your dad feel about you being out here today?
She laughs, and she basically points back at him, and as if that's how he feels about today. He's so concerned that he sent a mob enforcer to come in and protect her.
No. It's nice that he wants to protect you.
She kind of winces at that and looks down and nods. And then she kind of like grabs your hand and leads you over to a log that they've rolled up, and offers you an unopened bottle, can of Pepsi, and um, gestures around to everyone else
Thanks.
here. Like, you get the sense she's conveying that you're not alone, and she actually mouths the words, "You're not alone."
Thanks. I appreciate it. Do you think we're safe here? Do you think something's going to go down?
She shakes her head. Not safe. Something's gonna happen.
Yeah. Yeah. And Holly just sort of sits in silence, sipping her Pepsi, looking around, kind of trying to see whether there's anyone else coming from the buildings, if there's police, but really still in her head. So just kind of taking comfort in in Maya's presence.
There is someone coming out of City Hall, and she's stepping over. It's somebody you recognize. You recently met her. In fact, you were told by Professor Xavier to find out if she was an ally, and you seemed to suggest that maybe she was. She had different ideas about how mutants and humans can work together, and she had mentioned that she was working on a government-sponsored team of mutants working alongside humans. Her name's Valerie Cooper, and she has long blonde hair, straight blonde hair, and has glasses. She's a beautiful woman wearing a power suit, and she comes right over. She yells at a police officer to open up the barrier so she can step through, and she confidently strides straight over to the bonfire where all of you have basically found yourselves. And she pushes up her glasses on her nose and says, "I understand what you're all trying to do here. I get it. But you should be aware that we're not going to allow you to remain here. There will not be a protest taking place at City Hall. I would encourage each of you to pack up your things and to leave and go home now. This is a tense time, and it's very important that you don't let your emotions get the best of you."
I don't think anyone's emotional. They're just sitting around. Who's emotional?
You're probably going to get emotional as the unfortunate response from local law enforcement tends to inflame things.
So they're going to get emotional.
Yes, honey, but the concern you should have is not how they get emotional. but how you getting emotional impacts every single one of you. I don't like it. I hear you. I'm trying to do something about it. But for now, the powers that be are forcing my hand. And I didn't want this to be the first way that our program was tested. So I thought I'd come out here and give you a fair chance to pack up now and leave.
What
If you-
program?
What program?
Freedom Force. By mutants for mutants. We have a team of government-sponsored mutants working together for the betterment of mutant and humankind. And their first order is to disperse this crowd.
So they're by mutants for using against mutants.
It's not what I envisioned when I set this up. But I answer to the president, and this is what we're doing. And I'm sorry. You have 5 minutes. Good night. And then she turns on her heels and begins to click-clack away back towards the city hall. And a murmur begins to rise around the crowd.
You literally can't get this many people out of here in 5 minutes. Not without Alex.
Michael yells and stands up. What the hell was that? We haven't done anything wrong. We're just sitting here and they're coming out and threatening us.
Yeah.
Rusty says, Vic, are you going to take that? Are you just going to let them do this?
It's only going to take the slightest thing for them to slaughter us all.
What are you talking about? We have all the power here. Why are we letting these people get away with this? Slaughter us? What are you talking about?
They have the power. They have the money. They have the resources to build weapons. I don't want to stop fighting, but I don't want to give them a reason to use it against us.
But what's the reason? Everyone here's just sitting here.
I know. They fabricated a reason for the last protest. They fabricated a report at the cafe. They lie. And they have the ability to do that. And we don't have the ability to stand up to them that way. We need to work on what we're working on and get this done in a way that doesn't end in catastrophe.
People are hearing what you say, Victor, but it's hard to accept that. Let's have you make a certain roll.
An ego?
Yes.
I'll use a karma on that too. $15.
You're beginning to turn around some people. Rusty is begrudgingly on your side. That's an easy win. You know him. Michael's actually nodding along with you too. I don't know what we're supposed to do, Vic. We can't do nothing.
We're not doing nothing. We need to find another way.
Joanna stands up. She had been sitting pretty silently this whole experience. What way do you have in mind? You tell us, huh? Because we all know what this is going to take. We can't live here anymore. We can't be around these people. They don't want us here. They're kicking us out. We've done nothing wrong. So we either take the land or we take ourselves somewhere else. But these rules, these pathetic laws that they have, and they change it, and they make us look bad. They make you lose your job. They make you lose your family, your home. They make you feel like you're ashamed of yourself. Enough is enough.
Yeah, I know. I'm with you.
What's your plan?
I don't know. I don't know what we can do here and now for this election. Is there someone you want to win? Sorry, go Tiffany.
I think we just need to consider that even if we can't do anything for this election, we all want to be around to keep fighting after the election. You know, this is a lot of us here who could get hurt.
Tiffany, make an ego roll. And anybody who wants to support them, make an ego roll as well, and then plead your case.
Do I have karma?
Are you heroic?
Yeah, I think on your sheet you had like 5 karma or something.
Oh, okay.
I was giving it out like hotcakes.
I don't recall how to... Do I just roll again with edge?
Yeah, that's right.
I re-rolled a bad number?
Yes, not the M.
I really want us to just roll what we roll even when we re-roll.
Can I give her a karma?
Sure.
So much better.
Fantastic 16, that's good.
Sally's an easy win. She nods and steps over to Tiffany. Yeah, all right. We got to figure something out, but
I don't think Victor's saying just give up. I think we just are saying, like, live to fight another day, you know?
Well, where are we going to go? And how are we going to get out of here in time? They're coming out at us in what, like 3 minutes?
Start walking.
After you.
Come on, Holly. Holly's my ride. I need Holly to come with me.
Why does this feel like we're just giving up?
Joanna.
It's not giving up. We got tear gas last time. We didn't win last time either. We just all got hurt, and then they made a news story about it that made us look like we were the bad guys.
Sometimes fighting is showing them we're not a threat.
Like this just didn't work last time. I don't know why it would work this time. We need to do something different.
Joanna.
Yeah, no, I don't want anyone to be in danger.
Joanna nods along and agrees with Holly. She says, "That's the real joke, isn't it? It takes a while to really figure this out, but you still don't get it. I know. I mean, I have friends in high places. I know you were at San Pedro. Now, I'm really sorry, because that was a messed up situation. But did the news talk about how you all tried to save people?
No, that's what we're saying. They don't care. So just like when we came to this last protest and they made it look like we started it, we were in San Pedro. We saved a lot of people, and they didn't talk about that at all.
Yeah.
So if we stay, we're just going to spin it the same way.
Luna?
Their mind is made up. There's nothing we can do.
I think if their mind is made up, doesn't that mean that there's a lot we can do? Because nothing we do to play by their rules will matter at all.
If you give them another San Pedro now, you make it worse for everyone later. There are things we can do. If you like one guy, campaign for the other. guilt by association. There are things we can do. Just please do not throw everything away now.
Make one more ego roll.
I'll use my last karma. $18.
Well, we're all right. We'll go with you.
Thank you.
We got to figure something out though, and fast. Everybody, pack up. We're going. Going to that crazy mansion out in the middle of nowhere, huh? Party there. Bring your tents.
There's lots of room on the front lawn.
And
Yeah.
it's mostly bulletproof.
What? What kind of
They've
mansion
had
is
to-
this?
It's a mansion that houses me.
Fine. And as you shepherd all these people away from this protest, I think we'll leave it there.
Awesome.
Cool.
Surprising outcome.
I guess next week we'll see if the future's fixed.
Because we
Yeah.
decided not to protest. That was the trick.
You 100% solved all the problems.
Oh, damn.
That's amazing.
So smart.
How'd you know to do that, yo?
Disaster averted.
I'm just gonna look for a channel to raid out to. 1 second.
Ada's
What's that?
I said Ada is browsing a Wikipedia entry about the protest massacre, and it suddenly just changes to suddenly it's deleted.
There's some lady named Granny Q. She's really cool. She's a Star Citizen streamer, and you should totally, totally raid her and just throw all these X-Men Mutant Proud emotes in there when we get there, and just bombard her with it. She's playing with a couple other girl streamers. They have a weekly girl gaming thing. And thank you. And next week we return to 2020 for Days of Future Past issue 3.
Awesome.
Thank you.